Who will pay the loan the late Abat Igwe borrowed RCCG, City of David, yeah, City of David Parish? This matter is still being dragged. We were told that Abat Igwe and a 1 billion naira secret loan to Adeboye's RCCG 3 weeks before his death. If it is a secret loan, I don't think it would have made it to the public as we speak now. That is to say, it wasn't a secret. Yes, it wasn't a secret. Maybe because it came out from the man's pockets. Well, it is no longer a secret, because if it is a secret, like I said, it wouldn't have made it to the public. Who is going to pay who? Who is going to drag what? Was there any documentation regards to that? Who leaked this whole thing out? Now the man has been laid to rest, and every other thing we have to follow. We have been hearing different things, but the ones that concerned that is that concerns RCCG is this a loan. Nobody is even talking about the real loan that was collected or that was taken from the bank, which the man used. About Wigwe himself used his influence, but it is this 1 billion, because the money, from what I gathered, is more than what they use in building that parish. That's a City of David parish. Is more than this 1 billion. But it was when they were unable to pay that money that he had to give them this 1 billion naira to offset some of the loan, whether it was everything or not. Yes. Meanwhile, last year in December, Albert Wigwe moved into his new house at Queen's Drive, Ikoyi, Lagos, a mighty, imposing edifice that speaks to his ambition and class. It was his dream house, and so no cost was spared in building it. A taste of the art house that is solely digital and automated as well. You know, the type of house where Siri and Google Assistant control the basic functionality of the property. According to a rough estimate from those with knowledge of the property, yes, over 10 billion naira were spent in the project. And the reason why Albert spent that much on the property was not far-fetched. It was meant to serve as his retirement home in Lagos, so he made sure he spent money to build it. And again, who is going to be in charge of all those things? 3 weeks ago, he hosted Africa's richest um man, Ali Dangote, okay, 3 weeks after the before that is dead, and his bestie Femi Otedola in the new property. They had dinner together, but before that, he took them around his new property to show the two Forbes billionaire his new acquisition, his new toy. He was a man who palm kernel was cracked by the gods. Little did Albert know that it would be the last time he would be hosting Aliko Dangote and his bestie Femi. Albert was a very wealthy man in his lifetime. Before he died, he was the majority shareholder of Access Bank, of course, as he controlled 9% of the bank. That 9% shareholding made him the largest shareholder of Access Bank, and that the shares he controlled are collectively worth $54 million as of Friday. Yes, when it was said, for all this humongous wealth, one thing that stood out in the book is that he loved God, and he committed the wealth that God gave to him to serve him and supporting his work. Before he died, he was an active member of Adeboye's Rccg, City of David, where he worshipped. Yes, an upscale RCCG church in Lagos, and he was present until his death. He worshipped with them 2 Sundays ago. Before his death in 2018, the City of David had an outreach in Makoko. The budget was 800 million naira. Albert brought 500 million naira out of the money, and the church brought the rest. Until he died, he was paying the salaries of the choir members of City of David Church secretly and quietly. So everything that was done at that time was secret, but after his death, everything, made it to the public. Maybe within them, they were aware of those things, because I'm sure it was one of them that will come and expose this. Even somebody who is writing this is we get the information definitely from the inner caucus. He was doing all of that, yeah, and which was normal, which was normal. Yes, he was doing all of that without making noise about it. The city of David has the biggest church building of the Rccg family in Lagos, complete with a helipad. And when the project was at its infancy level, Herbert was made sure the Access Bank paid for a 10-year lease of the office space to be domiciled in the building. So all this is still ongoing. Hmm. Wow, no wonder a lot of people were really hungry. Say, how can you do this? How can you do that after this man? No, if you give us more respect, I can understand the complaint of people when the church could not even just 1 week after he died. No. Hmm. Well, okay. He did this when the church project was at the foundation, a greenfield project, and it took 5 years after the payment for the project to be done and for the bank to occupy the space. But he did more than this. When the city of David ran out of funds as they were building the church building on Victoria Island, Abbas used his influence to facilitate a loan from Access Bank for his local church to complete God's projects. 3 weeks after, the city of David church had an issue paying back a 1 billion naira, okay, which was the loan Abbas facilitated from Access Bank for them. He gave the church an interest-free 1 billion naira of his money, which they are expected to pay back this year to him before Kasala burst. This was who Abbas was, a man who loved God and was unapologetic about it. Okay, somebody said I've been reflecting on Albert Wigwe's life and how empty life is since he woke up to see all this, and he come to conclusion. Life is just fleeting. Do your best to live your life on your terms and create enough memories. Love the people who love you back. The Bible said love those who hate you too, not only those who love you back, and touch as many souls as you can. At the end of the day, tomorrow is not guaranteed, or the tomorrow is not sure. Tomorrow is not sure. Now that everything is what it is now, who are the people pushing for this whole thing? Who are the people pushing for the money to be paid back? Could it be his family member or what? Because as we know and as we speak, it is a fact that the family members are not happy with the church, especially the leadership of the church. I'm sure Ademoye will not be among the people that they will be having a whatever against, because Ademoye, I'm sure it was when everything now happened that Ademoye got to know, as in whether when people started complaining the issue of money being borrowed. Of course, it maybe might be aware because the church, that's why they have a leadership in each of the parishes. So it is the leader in the parish that will be able to say what and what they did. I'm sure the family, I think I know that for fact, the family will not be angry, with Adiboye, but the so-called people in that particular parish, who happens to be the pastor and his wife. So, well, thank God they are still there. Like I said, the family are not happy with this whole thing. If nobody's going to say anything, the family are the ones that want to say, okay, this and that. You couldn't respect our brother with all the things that he did. The money he gave, 500 million naira at some point, which he said they needed 100 or 800 million naira. That one, I don't think that one needs to be paid, but this 1 billion naira is what wow. Wow, wonder shall never end. This whole thing will continue to be pushed in as much that debt is still there. That money must be paid anyhow. They will not rest, whether the church people, whether the people within or within from the family or from the bank itself, Access Bank. They want that money refunded. So guys, let's know what you think and have your take on this.